Dr. Sarah here with you. We're doing things a little bit different today. As you can see, we are all working in different spaces, but we promised we would educate you, and here we are again. So this week, I am joined by a new face. This is Deanna Dallinger with Dee's Daily Dish. She is a dietitian from Ascension, and we are just so thankful to have her on this video today because she's going to talk about the 5 essential foods to grab at the grocery store right now to keep you healthy and your immune system up. So welcome, Deanna.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad that we can talk about these foods that are kind of mandatory to have in our fridge or in our pantry right now. We just want to make sure that we're taking these opportunities to make ourselves healthier. So I'm excited to talk about them.
Good. We're so happy to have you. And you know, a lot of people don't realize how much of an influence food can have on how you feel either. So I've been talking to a lot of people, patients, friends who, you know, they want to stray. They want to stray away from the good stuff. And I keep reminding them, I said, the healthier you eat right now, the better you're going to feel.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It's all just a cycle. And so if we try to mask that cycle with comfort foods, it's only going to make us feel even worse. So it's important to really try to to really create these healthy habits as we go along. So.
All right. So I've got to go to the grocery store this weekend to stock up on the necessities. So I'm going to use your list. So why don't we start off with number 1?
Okay. So number 1. So especially right now, but honestly, throughout the year, I always have this in my pantry as a mandatory item, even just on a busy night after work. Something easy, has a great amount of protein in it, a good amount of fiber in it. So this is Banza chickpea noodles. And so it doesn't need to be specifically Banza, but there are so many different types of chickpea noodles that are out there. This is a quick, easy dinner that you can make either with some pasta sauce, or you can kind of get creative. Banza actually has a bunch of recipes on their website as well that you can use for this. So you're getting your protein and you're getting your complex carbohydrate, a 2-for-1 with this. So this is definitely an essential that I always have in my cupboard. Not just now, but year round. So I definitely recommend that you get those.
Well, I hope that I'm going to earn a gold star in your book because I actually grabbed some at Costco last time I was there.
Yeah.
It's super easy to make. And if you are a pasta lover, you don't even notice the difference.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And for me, I like mine a little al dente. So I do cook it 1 minute under the recommendation. And that's really what gives it a nice al dente texture. So highly recommend these.
Perfect. Number 1.
Okay, so we got number 1. So number 2 would be tuna. And so tuna, it's a great source of protein. And so you can use it right now, but if you don't end up using them, it'll last you a few months. And so it's great. It'll stay long-term in your cupboard. So for me, what I like to do is either I'll make like a tuna sandwich, or I'll make kind of a tuna salad and and have some crackers that I'll dip into it. But instead of using mayo, I will use avocado. And so, yeah, so it just has great creamy texture to it, just as mayo would. But instead, you're adding those healthy fats to it. You're getting some fiber in there. So I definitely recommend that you guys give that a try.
If we weren't isolating, I would just come over and we would make it together.
Yes, that sounds great. But we'll definitely have to do that in the near future for sure.
So number 2 is tuna, which leads in easily to number 3.
Yes, so that brings us to avocados. So I know when we think of avocados, we think, oh my gosh, they only have a short duration of time that they're good for. But we can do a few things to manipulate either the advancement or the slow down of how ripe they get. So if we find that we have avocados, firstly, that aren't too ripe and we want them ripe for the next day, maybe, if we put them in a bag with, say, a ripe banana, for instance, we put them in a brown paper bag, it'll speed up the processing of how quickly it ripens. So the next day it'll be set for you. But if we want to do the opposite of it, we have a ripe avocado and it's squishy and soft and ready to be eaten. If we put it in the fridge, it'll slow down that ripening process. So I think that's definitely a great idea. And a third piece, which we often overlook, is that if we have a ripe avocado, we don't have any use for it, we can actually cut it up and put it in chunks in our freezer. And so if we're making a smoothie, for instance, we can pull out those chunks, throw those healthy fats, that fiber in your smoothie. And it also adds creaminess to your smoothie too. So it's definitely a good.
The avocado in the smoothie.
Yeah.
Most people are like absolutely disturbed by it and they refuse to listen, but they try it once and they're like, it doesn't add a weird flavor,
Exactly.
but it has a creaminess to that makes it more enjoyable.
Yes, I know. It makes it creamy and it gives you more of that satiety feeling thereafter, because I find that some people, if they make smoothies, they're hungry shortly after. And so adding in those healthy fats and that fiber, which you're getting both of them from the avocado, that's a great way to pump up that smoothie. So
Cool. All right. Number 4.
That's great. So now we are on number 4. And so that brings me to things like beans and legumes. So again, essentials to always have on hand. I have these around year round, but you can use canned or you can use dried beans. Dried beans we have the time right now. So if we can soak them, they're really don't take a lot of time to prepare. It's just time consuming, if that makes any sense. So they just contain a little bit of time to soak them, for instance. So if we add them into a bowl of water, soak them overnight, they'll be ready for the next day. But you can get a container like this, which is going to have so many servings in there, and soak them overnight, soak them for a few hours, whatever it calls for. You're going to get so many servings of whatever bean or legume that is. So these ones are actually split peas, and there's a great recipe that I posted on my website of a crock pot split pea soup. Super easy to make. You literally throw all of your ingredients into the crock pot and you set the timer. You're good in 7 to 8 hours, and it's quick and easy. Something that you can definitely include. But if you are getting canned, I know canned sometimes is easier. So yes, it's good to have these on hand as well. Just make sure that you are buying low sodium or no salt, and that you are rinsing them as well. So that's where they can be just as beneficial, great sources of protein. So stock up on both, great options.
The fun part about making something either in the crock pot or making something with a bean base is it's like meal prepping. Mm-hmm. So most people right now are having a hard time. They don't want to start from scratch every time it's time to make a meal, whether it's because they're home or whether they're back and life is busy. So being able to meal prep this in a larger quantity allows you to come home and have a nutritious meal when you come home as well, without the time prep.
Exactly. And so if you are just cooking for one, or even if you're cooking for two and you do make a crock pot meal, you can just freeze some of it and then pull it out as you need to as well. So if you're hesitant to do it for that reason, your freezer's right there. So that's always a good option.
Well, you ready? Grand finale. Here's 5.
Mm-hmm. So number 5. So this is absolutely mandatory. Is something fermented. So something like sauerkraut. This is my number one option that I always have because of the probiotic content of it. So what I meant by fermented is something like sauerkraut, or you can choose things like yogurt or kimchi, whichever one is most appealing to you. I love sauerkraut. I'll take a few bites of it and I'll get trillions of probiotics just in those few bites. So this is something extremely important because most of our immune system is comprised in our digestive system. And so we want to make sure that we are keeping that happy and healthy, and we can do that by adding things like sauerkraut or yogurt or kimchi or kombucha. And so this is always in my fridge, a few tablespoons a day, and that's going to give me a lot of those probiotics. And kind of referring back to that mental health aspect that you mentioned earlier. So we see in the research there's a lot of correlation between our digestive system and mental health. And so again, this helps cover that as well. So keeping that digestive system aligned and intact, that's going to keep our brain feeling good and keeping it happy and healthy. So definitely your number 5.
I actually had sauerkraut the other day, and it's one of those things I think it's underrated. It's easy to turn into a full meal. It's easy to add with, some really good grass-fed beef. I mean, you can do a lot with it, and I think people forget how easy it is to store. So that was number 5.
Yes. And so kind of if we're even looking at just the food that I have here. So this is something that I have for lunch regularly, the tuna salad with the avocado and a side of the sauerkraut. And there you go. That's a great lunch for you. Added some whole grain crackers in there, and that's a great balanced lunch. So these are definitely mandatory for right now, but as well in the future when you are continuing this health journey.
Well, I'm so thankful to have your healthy tips. It looks like you're surviving everything well. And, I think part of it is attributed to the great food that you eat as well. So you're practicing what you preach, as do we. I have kept all of the crazy rogue stuff out of my house because I too will lean in on it on a bad day. But instead, my options are tuna fish, avocado, maybe some chicken. So thank you so much for all of your help.
Yes.
And we can't wait. We'll do some more videos with you.
Absolutely. I would love to definitely give some more tips as we continue on. I know this is the best way for us to stay connected, for us all to stay communicated right now. So I'm very happy that we were able to do this.
Stay sane, guys. So happy for you to join us today. If you haven't made it to the grocery store yet, we just give you 5 simple things that you can use on your day-to-day life that are easy to prepare, that you can make in bulk, and that are going to keep you sane and healthy during these times and moving forward. So we will catch you next time, and we will plan on more videos. So hope you guys have a fantastic day.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed today's topic. If you like it, please subscribe and ring the bell for more topics related to this one.